Word count 6,847. The coffee burned before dawn, and Nola Vance took it as a warning she should have listened to. She stood in the staging house kitchen in Tombstone, staring at the blackened pot while women around her prepared for their own journeys west. Young women. Pretty women. The kind men actually wanted when they sent away for help. Nola was 43, with hands that looked like they'd fought every year twice, and a face that had forgotten how to arrange itself into anything soft. The agency woman, Mrs. Talbot, appeared in the doorway holding a telegram. "You're going to Hollow Creek," she said, not looking at Nola directly. "Cattleman named Hale. 3 children. Wife died in February." "What's he paying?" "Room, board, and $30 monthly if you last through harvest." Nola folded the telegram without reading it. She'd heard that tone before, the one that meant she was going somewhere other women had already refused. "What aren't you telling me?" Mrs. Talbot finally met her eyes. "The last woman quit after 4 days, said the place was cursed. Before that, 2 others didn't even make it off the stage. Took one look and paid their own fare back to town." "Why?" "Because it's dying, Miss Vance, the ranch, the man, all of it. His wife didn't just die. She wasted away over 6 months while he watched. Now he's trying to hold everything together with 3 babies and a spread that's falling apart faster than he can fix it. Most folks think he should just sell and move on." Nola picked up her bag. It wasn't heavy. 43 years of living and everything she owned fit into one carpet bag with room to spare. "When's the stage?" Mrs. Talbot blinked. "You're still going?" "Nobody else is going to." The older woman's expression shifted into something that might have been respect or pity. Hard to tell which. "Stage leaves in an hour. It's a 2-day journey. Rough road. The driver's name is Cook, and he drinks, so sit near the back if you value your spine." Nola nodded and walked out into the pre-dawn dark. Behind her, she heard Mrs. Talbot speaking to another woman. "Thank the Lord that one's finally off our hands. Been here 6 months. Nobody wants a woman that old unless they're desperate." The other woman laughed. Nola kept walking. Fuck. The stage rattled across country that looked like creation had given up halfway through. Rocks, dust, scrub brush clinging to nothing. 2 other passengers rode with her. A whiskey drummer who snored against the window and a thin woman in mourning clothes who never spoke. Cook drove exactly as advertised. Drunk enough to be dangerous, sober enough to keep them mostly on the road. Every rut felt like God himself reaching up to slap the axles. On the second day, they stopped at a relay station where the horses got changed and the passengers got weak coffee and cornbread that tasted like flour and broken promises. The station keeper, an old man with one eye and tobacco stains in his beard, looked Nola over while she ate. "You heading to Hollow Creek?" "I am." "You the new housekeeper?" "That's right." He shook his head. "You're either brave or stupid. That place is a graveyard waiting to happen." "What makes you say that?" "Hale's a hard man. Always was. But since his wife died, he's gone somewhere else entirely. Doesn't talk, barely eats, works himself until he collapses, then gets up and does it again. The kids are half wild. The ranch hands keep quitting because there's no money to pay them proper." "And the ranch itself?" "Falling apart. Cattle are thin. Fences are down. Half the territory thinks he's going to lose it all before winter. Vernon Crow's been circling like a buzzard, waiting to buy the land for nothing once Hale finally breaks." Nola set down her coffee. "Who's Vernon Crow? Trouble in a silk vest. Owns half the county already and wants the other half. Buys up dying ranches and flips them for profit. Been after Hollow Creek for 2 years, but Hale won't sell, pride mostly. That land's been in his family since before Arizona was even a territory." "Sounds like he needs help." The old man laughed, sharp and bitter. "What he needs is a miracle. What he's getting is you, Otumbaets." They reached Hollow Creek just before sunset on the 3rd day. The ranch sat alone against the horizon like something forgotten. The house was 2 stories, wood frame, with a porch that sagged on one side and windows that hadn't been washed in months. Outbuildings clustered nearby. Barn, stable, chicken coop, smokehouse, all of them listing slightly, like they were too tired to stand up straight anymore. Dust covered everything. Not the kind that comes from weather, but the kind that settles when people stop caring. Cook pulled the stage up to the front steps and climbed down stiffly. "This is it. Holler if you need me to wait." Nola stepped down, bag in hand, and looked at the house. No smoke from the chimney, no sound from inside. No sign of life except for a single horse tied near the barn and chickens scratching in the yard. The front door opened. Garrick Hale stepped onto the porch. He was younger than she expected, maybe 35. Tall, lean in the way men get when they forget to eat. Dark hair that needed cutting. Face like carved stone, all hard lines and no softness anywhere. His eyes were the worst part. Empty. Not sad, not angry, just empty. He looked at her for a long moment. Then his expression shifted into something worse than anger, disappointment. "You're the woman from the agency?" "Nola Vance." "How old are you?" "Old enough to know that's a rude question." His jaw tightened. "I requested someone young, someone who could keep up with 3 children and ranch work." "I can keep up." "You look like you've been keeping up with hard luck and not much else." Nola set her bag down. Behind her, Cook climbed back onto the stage, clearly eager to leave before things got uglier. "Mr. Hale, I've traveled 3 days to get here. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I don't particularly care what you think I look like. You need help. I need work. We can stand here insulting each other, or you can show me where the kitchen is." For a moment, she thought he might actually tell her to get back on the stage. Then a child's cry came from inside the house. Thin, weak. The sound of something small and desperate. Garrick's face changed, not softer, but